Well, after a whirlwind of tweets, statements, and even a White House visit, rapper Kanye West says he's distancing himself from politics. Hope you didn't have one of those Kanye 2020 hats. In a tweet, Kanye said, "I've been used to spread messages I don't believe in. I am distancing myself from politics and completely focusing on being creative." Far-right commentator Candace Owens says she's sorry for the confusion that Kanye West was part of the Blexit movement. It's an online movement made for African Americans who wish to leave the Democratic Party. Kanye claims Owens used his name when she helped release a design and merchandise for the Blexit campaign. So for more on how we went from Kanye hugging Trump in the Oval Office to stepping away from politics, we turned to our panel for a 360 view. On our liberal side, attorney and former Georgia State Representative LaDawn Jones, and conservative commentator and podcast host DeAnna Lorraine. Thanks for joining me, ladies.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, LaDawn, I mean, do you have the shocked face that this is over, that this romance and this idea of 2020 Kanye West and Candace Owens partnering together to change America is over? Is this shocking to you?
You know, I don't believe it's over. Let's not forget, this is not Kanye's first bout with politics, right? He jumped on the stage and said that George Bush doesn't care about black people during the Katrina episode. So I have a hard time believing that we won't see him again. However, I am glad that Kanye cleared up the fact that he had nothing to do with Blexit. You know, what Candace Owens is doing is just frankly ridiculous. It's a mockery, and I'm glad he is separating himself from whatever brand she's trying to build.
Well, that's the thing, DeAnna. I know that there are a lot of conservatives were very excited about Candace Owens going on. However, is she really the face of the younger conservatives right now?
Well, that's what people are missing so much. This is a huge movement, especially for black conservatives. And there is not one person or one face that's the central of it. You know, it's about a movement. It's about the people that are thinking freely for really the first time. I was there at the Young Conservative, the Black Conservative Leadership Summit in D.C. this week. And let me tell you, it was incredible. The energy was beautiful. Everyone there was so tired of being told that they had to vote Democrat just because they're black, or they had to be a victim just because they're black and act a certain way or think a certain way. And it was so beautiful to see this liberation of the minds. They really are off the plantation, as they say. And this Blexit movement is incredible. Every person should be behind it, including black people, including Kanye West. So I think it's actually kind of a shame that he has backed out from it a little bit when he's the one that was at the forefront of starting this, you know, blacks getting off the plantation of the Democrats and thinking for themselves. And anyone who who wants to push this movement down, or Candace Owens down, who has done such a great job of pushing this and leading this and having the courage to have people come out of the shadows and do it with her, is just shameful, to be honest. I think it's shameful.
But I mean, the thing is, LaDawn,
Let me add something.
I want to get straight, but you know, Candace Owens was not the first African American conservative that you've probably ever had a debate. And so to give her full credit, I know there's a lot of African American conservatives that are very upset that she's kind of claimed this, that she's the one that pushed this. I mean, tell me, what are your thoughts right now?
You read my mind. So that's exactly what I was going to say. This is not a movement. Let's make this very clear. There have always been black conservatives. The problem is that the Republican Party and the conservatives seem to think that all African Americans are monolithic. We have always been varied in our political beliefs and our religious beliefs. The only difference now is that Trump is jumping up and trying to claim some kind of leadership in this black conservative movement. There have always been African Americans who strongly believed in certain financial matters that the Republicans believe in. There's always been African Americans who believed in some of the immigration policies that the conservatives believed in. They just don't make up the majority. The reason why many African Americans like me, who are fiscal conservatives, cannot support the Republicans is because of the negative side of the conservative ideology. So this is not a movement. This is Candace Owens taking advantage and Donald Trump taking claim and credit for something, again, that he has not done.
Okay, so DeAnna, as a young conservative female, aren't you also a little bit insulted right now that this whole thing's kind of been hurt because Candace, I mean, let's just say this, Kanye called Candace on the floor, and now conservative women, is this going to hurt the momentum that young conservatives had joining the conservative movement?
I certainly hope not. I don't think so, because like I said, and I'll say it again, this is not about one particular person. This isn't about just one particular face.
Have you told that to to Candace? Does she know that?
Yes, she knows that. I think that she needs to back down a little bit because it really is about all of us. It's about all our voices. I wish that Kanye had talked to her privately about this if this was an issue, right? If he did really feel used. But again, people's voices and the movement is so strong that like someone like Al Sharpton saying that the black people were being used as props and being paid to go to the White House is just is disgusting. It's vile. And people are so tired of hearing these lies and this language and this downright slandering of conservatives that I think the movement has taken off like a freight train. It's not coming back. And something like this only proves our point that we're sick of this kind of slandering and we're moving forward, whether someone like Kanye is on board or not. And so I think we're going to see a huge red wave, and this isn't going to hurt us one bit.
Well, LaDawn and DeAnna, thanks for joining us and having this conversation, because it's one that needs to be had, and it's going to continue amongst all diversity on both sides of the aisle. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.